Hey, it's Russ, and this is the Infectious Groove music channel right here on YouTube. And I know this channel started as a vinyl channel, but my whole life I've been the music guy, whether it was cassettes, 8-tracks, vinyl records, into CDs, back to vinyl, and so on. So I thought it would be fun to share 5 things that I miss about CDs. And this is not a CD versus vinyl video. This is not for everyone to tell me how much better CDs are than vinyl or vinyl is than CDs. This is just things that I miss about the format. I've listed off plenty of ways that I think vinyl is superior, or ways that I think that vinyl I like. Reasons why I like vinyl better overall, but there are things that I miss. One of which is the first one out of the gate is packaging. And I know everybody's first thing is, yeah, but jewel cases are small, and yeah, but there used to be some really cool packaging that CDs brought about. Even something as small as like the long boxes that they used to be in the first place, which was more of an anti-theft device than anything. But then the eco packaging that came along later, like the packages that folded into themselves. Things like Ozzy's live album, which came with like a speaker grate over the front of the Digipack. There was so many cool box sets that came out in the 90s because of the smaller CD size. The Metallica Binge and Purge box set, which looked like a road case, and the Aerosmith Pandora's box set. And there was just so many cool box set designs that came about because of CD. So packaging right out of the gate was cool. This is an extension of mixtapes, but creating mixed CDs. Oh boy, if you knew me anywhere from like 1992 until, I don't know, 2018, you probably somewhere in your vehicle have a mixed CD that I made for you somewhere along the line. Or if you didn't know me, you made mixed CDs for people, or you continually make your friends all make mixed CDs for each other and whatnot. Belladonna doesn't have any mixed CDs that were made for her. But if you were alive in the 90s, you made mixed CDs, or someone made mixed CDs for you. Another thing I miss from or from CDs rather, Belladonna's distracting me. Another thing that I miss from CDs back then is people tended to have much bigger collections. Like this coming from a guy who sold a huge vinyl collection earlier this year. Vinyl records take up so much space that a lot of people tend to have a smaller collection. Even back when I was a kid, I remember in the late 70s, my older siblings would all have like maybe 20 or 50 records. But in the late 80s and the 90s, it seemed like everybody I knew had like 500, 1,000 CDs, or would carry in their car those huge cases with tons of CDs. So people had huge collections. Now, this next one is part of the whole debate of sound, and I don't want to get too far into this, but clean and clear sound, I do like from CDs. I remember when I was a kid, I had a big vinyl collection as a very small child, like, 6, 7, 8 years old. And then when I got CDs, the first thing that stood out to me was like, oh, wow, there's no pops and clicks. And again, I'm not getting into frequencies or warmth of sound or any of that stuff. It was just fun for me to have, go from having an old beat up Elvis record that I've listened to a million times to getting it on CD and going, holy cow, like that's what it sounds like without any pops or clicks or anything. So the clean and clear sound, I miss a lot from CDs. The last thing that I miss is something that you just don't see really with any vinyl. Sometimes nowadays you'll see it with reissues, but like regional singles, like CD singles, because of the B-sides and the bonus tracks. One thing that comes to mind is the band Oasis. Their first 2 albums, the CD singles are worth getting more than the albums are. And I say that knowing how strong of records Definitely Maybe and What's the Story Morning Glory are. The B-sides to those albums are as good or better than the songs that are on the record. And, if those had come out only on cassette or album in the 90s, we would have never had those extra tracks on all the singles. There's so many different live versions and remixes and stuff that I say to people so many times, you got to hear this one version, but it's only available on this one CD from this CD single from this country. And I miss that a lot. I really wish that was still a thing that was around. And with streaming, it's kind of out there, but not really. Like when someone releases something new, it's just the new song and that's it. Like there's no, extra tracks or bonus stuff or anything that's floating around. So again, this is not a vinyl versus CD discussion. This is just things I miss about CDs. And I know if you're watching this channel, you either still have a huge CD collection or you have things you miss about CDs. So like we always say, please make sure to leave a comment. That matters more to us than anything, as we love to have the discussion. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.